Hi, welcome to Unit 4. This unit is also the beginning of Module 2. Here we're going to start dealing with the classical assumptions, or also known as what can go wrong with what we know now about regression analysis. These assumptions are going to establish the roadmap for pretty much the rest of the class. We're not going to get into detail about them because each of these assumptions is eventually going to become a chapter in the following sessions. So we're just going to describe what these assumptions are and the main characteristics of them. These classical assumptions are always tested at the end of any econometric analysis in order to ensure that people cannot challenge our results. There are 7. I am listing them here, and as I said, some of these assumptions are going to become part of future sessions in this class. I'm just going to briefly list them. The regression model is linear, and so far we have no reason to believe it is not. The error term has a zero population mean. I'll explain what that means later in the chapter. All explanatory variables are uncorrelated with the error term. I'll also explain what this means. Observations of the error term are uncorrelated with each other. That is, there is no temporal feedback from the past to the present. The error term has a constant variance. This is a word, heteroscedasticity, which means different variance. No explanatory variable is a perfect linear function of any other explanatory variables. We call this assumption multicollinearity. And lastly, the error term is normally distributed. And again, we have no reason to believe that it's not so far. In the second half of this unit, we're going to be looking at sampling distributions. In particular, the sampling distribution of our beta coefficients. Now, if your statistics are a little shaky, I recommend you to go to the Start Here tab and look into the statistics review. We're going to be looking at the sample distribution of beta hat, and this could be either the constant or it could be any of the independent coefficients. If you remember, this means that we need to look at the probability distribution that arises from estimation of our betas. We're going to see whether the average value of these estimated coefficients equals the true value. And to that, we're going to look into something called the Gauss-Markov theorem. If some of the conditions that we established before are true, according to the Gauss-Markov theorem, the OLS estimators are blue. And no, this doesn't mean that they're sad. Blue stands for the best linear unbiased estimator.